everyone. I hope you must be doing well. Welcome to your YouTube channel Origin IVF, and today we are going to discuss that what tests should be done in a case of PCOD. If you have been diagnosed with PCOD, then what are the tests that should be done? As in the last video of PCOD, we had discussed that why it happens, how it happens, and then what are the various symptoms at different stages of a woman's life. Today we will discuss what tests to be done. But before that, if you want to come to our center to take a consultation, the number is there visible on the screen. You can give a phone call and take an appointment. The addresses of our centers are given in the description box below. If you want to teleconsult, if you're not staying in Delhi and want to teleconsult, then the app link also is given in the description box below. So now coming to the topic. When we are thinking about tests for PCOD, I would like to divide the test into two parts. One is test to confirm the diagnosis, and second is once the diagnosis has been confirmed, then what tests are needed for follow-up. So as we know, in PCOD there are basically three most important things. One is in the ultrasound, then you see a lot of cysts in the ovary, that is the polycystic or necklace pattern in the ovary. Number two, male hormone levels are high, testosterone levels are high, so that's why clinically also you can see in the woman that there's a lot of acne or pimple and there's a lot of hair growth. And the third symptom is delayed periods or irregular periods and sometimes eggs not forming. So if out of these three, if two symptoms are present, then we say that yes, this patient suffers from PCOD or PCOS according to the international criteria, and that is especially known as Rotterdam criteria. Now to confirm, the first test becomes the ultrasound. Okay, so in the ultrasound, the doctor would be seeing cysts surrounding in the ovary, and the number of follicles are too many. Okay, but here there is a word of caution. In younger girls, just after menarche, maybe 15 years, 16 years, 18 years, if we do ultrasound for such girls, almost 50% of the girls will have this kind of an appearance in the ovary. So particularly in young girls, ultrasound is not regarded as a diagnostic sign. So we have to disregard, especially if we are dealing with a young girl. In the older women, yes, it may be a good sign, but not in the younger girl. Okay. Then coming to the blood test, after the ultrasound, the most important test is anti-mullerian hormone or AMH. Okay, this is the test of ovarian reserve. The normal range of AMH is between 2.2 to 6.8 nanogram per ml. So in PCOD, because there are so many eggs, their reserve is very high, the AMH levels also tend to be high. So any level of AMH which is higher than 4 to 4.5 nanogram per ml gives us a clue that maybe this lady has PCOD. Okay. The other test may be for male hormone, testosterone. Okay. So the testosterone levels if high, we know this lady might be suffering from PCOD. But there are other conditions also where male hormones levels may be high. It's not only PCOD. There could be other conditions like androgen producing tumors. There could be tumors. There could be other things. So for that you have to do 17-hydroxyprogesterone, and that will rule out that we are not dealing with any other illness other than PCOD. Other than that, thyroid and prolactin hormone are also very important to rule out thyroid disorder and milk hormone disorder, because of these disorders also the periods get delayed, periods get irregular, and sometimes may be confused with PCOD. So I should say PCOD is a diagnosis of exclusion, when we have excluded other things like thyroid disorder or milk hormone disorder or other conditions which have high male hormones, then only we say that yes, no, it is exclusively a case of PCOD. Okay, so once the diagnosis has been confirmed, now we have to see the follow-up. So in the follow-up, suppose if a lady is infertile and trying to conceive, because in PCOD there is a difficulty in conception because egg is not forming. So in that case, you might be needing multiple ultrasounds. That you might be needing a series of ultrasound which is known as follicular study every cycle to see when the egg is forming and whether the egg is forming or not. Okay, so this is basically for infertility. Then once you have conceived and now you are pregnant, then we know in PCOD diabetes is very common. So the other test that would be needed during pregnancy is HbA1c or glycosylated hemoglobin and glucose challenge test to find out that this lady has not developed diabetes during pregnancy. Okay, so once you are past your reproductive age and now the family is complete, and now we have to follow up you for life for general health, because in PCOD we know the chances of getting diabetes is 5 times higher than general population, chances of getting heart disease is 3 times higher than in general population. So the recommendation is that a lady should do yearly, every year you should do lipid profile and HbA1c and sugar testing and blood pressure to find out that you are not already developing this disease. And this frequency of testing should be every 6 months if you are obese. So if there is an obese lady, then we should do 6 monthly testing of lipid profile and sugar and HbA1c. If you are a thin lady, then you should be doing at least yearly these tests throughout your life. So these were the general idea about the test. I hope this will be useful for you. One message here is that you should not be doing too many unnecessary tests. So we do get a lot of patients where they do FSH, LH, estradiol multiple times. It is of no use. Then there are women or ladies who do ultrasounds even when they are not trying to conceive multiple times, and they come and ask us, doctor, whether my PCOD has improved, doctor, whether my PCOD has improved. That we have to tell them that there is no point. PCOD is going to be there lifelong. It's a lifelong disorder. It's a genetic disorder which is going to stay in your body. So there is nothing like PCOD is less or PCOD is more. No, it is there, it is there. So there is no point repeating the ultrasounds again and again. There is no point repeating the unnecessary hormone testing again and again, and insulin also, very commonly done test. There is no point doing wasting money unnecessarily on these tests. So I hope this will be useful information for you. Please do like and subscribe to our channel, and you also press the bell button for your notification so that you get notifications of all our videos. Thank you so much.